Well, Correctional Services is raiding the Qalakabusha prison in Empangeni. There have been security concerns after inmates escaped from the facility. Our team has been given access to that raid. Reporter Lethiwe Mdluli on the scene for us. Lethiwe, good morning. What is happening?
Well, good morning, Gareth. As you said, this morning we are at the Qalakabusha Correctional Facility in Empangeni, and the Department of Correctional Services has just concluded a surprise raid here at the facility. Now, just to take you through why they actually chose this prison to do the surprise raid, we've been told that this year alone there's been 4 inmates that have managed to escape. Luckily, 3 inmates were rearrested, but 1 still remains at large, and now this raises a concern for security. I will be speaking to the acting commissioner for the Department of Correctional Services just now, but another statistic that we have been told by the Department of Correctional Services is that the security issues at this prison are very concerning. Some of the contraband, should I mention, that have been found this morning, we have found dacha, we have found drugs, we have found very interesting things such as pots, and the Department of Correctional Services is saying that they do not actually know how this contraband manages to make its way inside the prison. But at the moment, I'm joined by the commissioner, the acting commissioner, Mr. Thobakgale. Good morning and welcome to eNCA. Can you please just take us through some of the things that you've been doing today and why specifically this prison? Why did you choose it?
We chose this prison as one of those prisons that were, in fact, correctional facility that has been flagged as part of our information gathering as one of those correctional facilities that needs attention in terms of tightening the application of our security standards and also ensuring that the standard operating procedures are followed. By that I mean that on a daily basis there's supposed to be a cell search. Sometimes it's just done periodically, and then also on a daily basis there's supposed to be a cell inspection. Now, if those 2 things are done as basics, you will not then find a situation like the one that we found when we were working through the night, where we found, as you indicated, illegal substances like dacha, where we found sharpened objects, where we found cell phones, which is very concerning for us because they are a means of communication, and offenders or inmates are not supposed to have access to those, especially in our centers, because we know that these types of tools are also used to plan crimes. So the reason why we came is because of the information that we've been able to gather, but we are intensifying our campaign on maintaining our correctional facilities as contraband-free correctional facilities. And this is just one of those raids that we did, because we also want to send a message out there to the public that if you have a member of the family or a friend or someone that you know who is in a correctional facility serving time and they are calling you using a cell phone, please know that they are breaking the law and they are not supposed to have access to that. We find those, we charge them, but beyond that we also investigate the management, we investigate how our procedures are supposed to be applied, and members of or officials from DCS that are found to have played a role in making these things happen, we also take steps against them in line with the Labour Relations Act and regulations.
Now, Commissioner, there has been some concerns regarding the security measures at this prison. Like I mentioned before, there has been escapes. 4 inmates managed to escape this year alone, and there has been 3 that have been rearrested, but 1 still remains at large. Are you concerned about the number of escapes that have been conducted at this prison?
We are very concerned. That's why one of the things that we're doing is to tighten the security, especially when you look at the environment. And that's why you see us giving this facility a lot of attention. Now, with regards also to the escapes, we are not working on those types of campaigns alone. We work with the JCPS cluster partners. We work very closely with SAPS, especially also in following up those that have escaped. We have a section, community corrections, that works closely with the community to make it a point that if we get information, we are able to follow up and we can get those back into the correctional facility. But we are putting a very close eye to our correctional facilities. That's why we are saying that we are center-centric, which means that we are now going to focus more on what is happening on the ground. And that's why we have the regional commissioner here. I am here myself as the acting national commissioner. We are going to make it a point that where things have been going wrong, especially at the local level, we are there physically to uncover them, and we are there to make it a point that we get them right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that's Acting Commissioner Thobakgale. They're just basically explaining some of the plans that they have to put some measures in place to tighten security across prisons in South Africa.
It seems like a lot of plans they're trying to put into place. Let's see how it all plays out over the next few days. And we can, of course, as we get access, like you have, Lethiwe Mdluli, we'll keep an eye on how it all actually pans out on the ground. Is it going to work? Back to Lethiwe, I'm sure, later in the day. Let's remind you about our headline stories now. Well, President Cyril Ramaphosa has declared Election Day a public holiday. The polls will be held on